Hey guys, I'm HP. This is Dr. Pink, and today's topic is jazz guitar secrets options. So, what are options? Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, and also join the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. If you have more questions, you're free to ask there. Because the topic is, I must say, it's a bit tough, honestly, but there's no way to avoid it. If you want to get into modes and jazz guitar improvisation, you need to understand what options are. If you don't know the main modes, then you first need to learn the main modes. That will be Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian. I'm going to talk about these 7 modes. So you need to understand what modes are, and you need to understand what a mode is. A mode is a summary of intervals. Saying Ionian is interval 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dorian is, you need to know these intervals by heart. There's also no way to avoid this. When I study music, I see quite a lot of guitar players like getting so, holy shit, how will I ever learn this? But you need to learn this stuff by heart. So I have a page available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy to download where everything is on 7 pages, where you can go through the whole theory. Probably some of the stuff you already know, some of the stuff is related to today's topic, okay? But in the tutorial, I'm just going to show you how to work with the options, okay? And explain which options are available on the modes. As I said, Dorian is 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. Phrygian is 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. If you don't understand these numbers, then you need to learn a theory about intervals. It's also available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy if you want to read it, if you don't know the stuff. Lydian is 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Mixolydian is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7. Aeolian is 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. And Locrian, the last one, is 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, flat 5, flat 6, flat 7. This is the one with the most flatted ones. Okay. Now let's check out how we can do that. I have prepared 7 backing tracks, each in the mode. So like C Ionian, C Dorian, C Phrygian, C Lydian, C mixolydian, C Aeolian, C Locrian. Okay, so we can practice a little bit. And if you practice only on one mode, this is called modal improvisation, because you only concentrate on one mode. But that's the way you need to learn the modes, and also need to learn which options are available. Now, how do you get the options? The options, if you build a chord out of the modes, as an example, Ionian 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7. These 4 notes are the chord. On Dorian, it's 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7. But these are the 4 notes which define the chord. The remaining 3 notes are called the options. So if you want to play this jazzy stuff, you often use those options. As an example, if we have a C major chord, this is just with the normal, with one. You can align these notes the way you want. This is called 1, 7, 3, 5 voicing, because it's the root, the 7, the 3, and the 5. Okay. You can also play it here. This is called a 1, 5, 7, 3 voicing, because the 1, 5, 7, 3. That's why the way you shuffle around with these intervals. As I said, it's really a brainer, but there's no way around this. Now, the remaining ones, as I said, all the options. If you want to include them into chords, then you get this typical jazzy sound. This is a C major 9 chord. But one of the main problems now on guitar, that's a guitar specific problem. I mean, you have six strings, and if you want to play all options, it's impossible to do that. So the method is really simple how to do that. To make a chord, you just need, I mean, if you play with a bass player, you don't need the root. The one you can cancel. The 5, all 7 modes except Locrian have a 5, so the 5 is also not defining a chord, so you can skip that one. So remaining is the 3 and the 7. In the case of C major 7, we have here the 3 and the 7, and the bass player will play the root note. And now we have a C major 7 chord, okay? If you want to add options, you add the 9, C major 9 chord, C major 9 13 chord. See, now the magic starts. That's the way you do that. So let's get this in detail. We're taking this position here for C Ionian. As I said, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? Now we play the 3 and the 7. And then when you go further, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, and then it starts again, okay? So if you want to play a C major 9 chord, you just play the 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 and 7, plus the 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here's the 9. So this would be a C major 9 chord. Sounds correct. If you play it with a backing track where you have a bass player, you can also line these notes in a different way. That will be inversions, but that's the way you find the options. You can also play options in the soloing, like let's find them out. 1, 2, 3 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we have the 9 and the 13. If you highlight on those notes in an improvisation, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, or 9, 3, 13. The 4, you hear it, that doesn't work, it sounds terrible. That one doesn't work. So mostly one of the options doesn't work, but the easy way to find out, just play it, and if it sounds like this, it doesn't work. So on Ionian we have 9 and 13 as available options. You can play them in soloing or in chords as you like. For today I just showed you the method how to do it on chords, but I just go on the soloing. So if you want to solo here on C Ionian, you can play anything and then you just hold on the options, and then you have a really nice jazzy sound. See, it works. Yeah. Now let's go to Dorian. We're doing a C Dorian. It will be this. I take this pattern here. And remember, Dorian is 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1, 2, flat 3, and so on. So the options would be 9, 11, and 13. So there would be these notes. 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6. So 9, 4, 2, 4, 6 become 9, 11, 13. Let's see how that works. I quickly go to the Dorian track. Sounds really jazzy. The 11. This one sounds a little bit cheesy. It's one of those who is not really useful, but some people use it. The rest you can noodle around on the mode. See, the options make you sound jazzy. That's why you need to know them. Yo. Let's go to Phrygian. Phrygian is, we take the same position, is 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, 1, 2, flat 7, 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. So it will be flat 9, 11, and flat 13. Let's see how that works. We count from here. 1, flat 2, here's 11, and here's flat 13. I already know which one doesn't work, but I want to show you. So, sounds terrible. So that one doesn't work. The 11. That one works. And flat 13. Sounds terrible, also doesn't work. So on Phrygian only 11. So the option which don't work, that doesn't mean you cannot play them, but you cannot rest on them. That's the thing, okay? So on Phrygian we only have 11. Okay, let's go to Lydian. Lydian, remember, was 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, sharp 11, 12, 13. So we have here the 9, sharp 4, sharp 11 and 13, and I already know all the three work. We can check it by just playing. Sounds nice, sounds really nice. And 13. Let's go to mixolydian. Here we have here we have 9, 11, and 13. 11 doesn't work on major chords, so that one we can already skip. So it's 9, 13. Let's see how that works. I'm gonna write down these positions on a sheet that you see them there, and also highlight the options that you can work it out. And it's gonna be available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. So let's do mixolydian. 9 and 13. Sounds really cool. 11 to show doesn't work. See, doesn't sound well. Now let's go to Aeolian. Here we have 9, 11 flat 13. That will be, I'm gonna show you the pattern. Yeah, I need to speed up a little bit, otherwise this tutorial is going to be 2 hours. Sorry that I cannot. I know the topic is complicated, but yeah, I try to really put together the essentials, but this is the really complicated part, but there's no way around this. So Aeolian we have 9, 11 flat 13. So Aeolian flat 13 we already know doesn't work, so it's 9, 11. Let's see how that works. Yeah, knowing the options make you sound really jazzy. Now the last one, Locrian. Locrian, we have, that will be this pattern here. That one is not used so often, but to make the thing complete, we need to know it. So Locrian, here we have flat 2, 4 and flat 6, so flat 9, 11 and flat 13, flat 9 doesn't work, and flat 13 we already know it doesn't work, so we only have 11, that will be this one here. Let's see how that works. As I said, Locrian is not used in modal improvisation, but you need to practice it. Yo guys, that was Jazz Secrets, Jazz Guitar Secrets, the options. I know the topic is really complicated, and if you don't know the modes, you have no chance understanding the options. Learn the modes, the 7 basic modes, learn by heart, also the interval, the rows of intervals, that you know the mode Phrygian has 1, flat 2, 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7. That's these intervals, that stuff you really need to know by heart. There's no shortcut, no way around. And I know it's not pleasant for some of you guys out there, but that's how it is. We all went through this who wanted to play jazz, and there's no way. And then once you know the the modes as interval rows, it's really simple. You pick out the 3 options. Some of them work, some of them don't work. Then you highlight them in your soloing. When one mode comes, you highlight in your soloing, and then you're going to sound really jazzy. There are several ways to highlight that, but that would make this tutorial like 6 hours long. I just wanted to explain today how you find out the options, where they are, and how you can start noodling around. Also, if you want to do with chords, when you do chords, the really common way to add options is to take away you have the chord is 1, 3, 5, 7. That's a 7 chord. Root, triad, 5th, and 7th. If you really build jazzy chords, you know, like these ones, they work with guide tones, as I explained at the beginning of the tutorial. You just take the 3 and the 7, or the 7 and the 3, you align them the way you want, and then you add the options of the current mode, the ones which are work. So those which don't work also don't work in chords. So in Phrygian you cannot play a flat 9. In the chord it doesn't sound good. Okay? And that's the way you start to work with it. But as I said, to master this topic in a cool way, the tutorial will be 6 or 7 hours long, but this is the first step to get into it. Now, if you want to really enter the world of options and enter the world of real jazz guitar, these 7 backing tracks are available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy for download. They're attached to this tutorial, you found them there. There's also a fact sheet where you will learn the basics of modes and where you can learn the interval rows by heart. You really need to know them by heart. Also the options, the ones which don't work, and those which don't work, you need to know them by heart. And then you can start to work with it. Once you have that stuff together, you put it on the guitar. Any pattern works, you just need to know where you exactly are, which of the 7 intervals you're currently playing, and then you're able to start to move around and really play jazzy. That's the inconvenient truth. It's quite a path. I know it's really a brainer at the beginning, but once you have the 7 main modes together, it's like riding a bike. You know your stuff, and you can play over the whole fretboard. When you know where you are, you always can really point out the notes you want, and in the case of jazz guitar, that will be the options. And that's the way it works. That's all I wanted to say. I know it's a lot of information. There are probably a lot of questions, probably not, but there was no way to make it easier. If you have any questions you want to ask in detail, you can go to the HPCrazy Guitar Academy, ask a question there in the posts, or if you need more personal assistance, book a private online lesson. And if you want to practice the whole stuff with these backing tracks, they're available there for premium members. That's all I wanted to say. Me and Dr. Pink are saying bye, guys.